Hello everyone, it's me Joey from Tech, and today we are going to take a look at smartwatches. Okay, so the Galaxy Watch Active has just been announced along with the S10 series, and while it's not necessarily a replacement or an upgrade over the Galaxy Watch, that means the Galaxy Watch is here to stay. So what exactly is the Watch Active? Okay, so before we talk about that, I'd like to talk about the other watches that we have here. So just for comparison, we actually have the Galaxy Watch, okay? We have a Huawei Watch GT, and we have one of the earlier watches that was released in the market before smartwatches really became a thing, or pre-Apple Watch, before everybody wanted to watch. So this is the Moto 360, I think second generation. So it's one of the first watches that we own, and through the years, about 3 to 4 years now, we've been trying and testing out different watches. So what I'd like you to see here is that this is the traditional size of the watch. So this is about 46 millimeters. So this is about 46, this is about 42. Okay? And the regular thickness of the watch is almost about 1 cm. Okay? So it's not necessarily thinner than your smartphone. Okay? So we have, for example, a Galaxy Note 9 here, and this is the thinness of the phone, and this is the thinness of the watch. As you can see, it's quite bulky. Okay, so one of the reasons why watches are bulky, or smartwatches are bulky, is because you need to store a lot of battery. Okay, because what good is a smartwatch if you'd have to charge it every day? Well, I think every day would be acceptable to some if it was really functional, really useful, but at the same time keep a really slim profile. But the thing is, there are some smartwatches that don't even last half a day. Case in point, the Moto 360. You could barely go through an entire day without actually getting to have this from waking up to getting home. So most of the time when we used it, it wasn't even a late afternoon and we found it already dead. The problem also was, it was hard to charge because it had a proprietary charger, and who wanted to carry that around you? I mean, of course, you could hook that up to a power bank, and then you'd have a power bank attached to your wrist. You look like an idiot. Okay, and then there's the Huawei Watch GT, which had its own charger, and then the Galaxy Watch, which of course you can charge wirelessly. So if you are at the office or just at your desk, you can put it on your wireless charger pad, but that's not really good. The Galaxy Watch Active, though, changed a lot of things in the smart industry because it offered about 7 days battery life. If you actually cranked it up on power saving mode, you get up to 10. And we've already proven and tested that one. We were able to get up to 11 days of battery on power saving mode on this one. In terms of heavy usage, everyday functionality check, connected to your smartphone, receiving information here and there, answering and rejecting messages and calls, we were able to get about 3 to 4 days, and that's pretty good because that means I only have to charge my watch at least once or twice a week. Of course, the price is also much higher on the Galaxy Watch, which is $16,990 in Philippines, and the Galaxy Watch GT is $12,990. Of course, there are some pros and cons for both watches, but the video that we have here today is actually not about the Galaxy Watch versus the Huawei Watch GT or the Moto 360, but the Galaxy Watch Active. So, as I mentioned, the Galaxy Watch Active is a different story altogether. What this does is it actually strips down what the Galaxy Watch is, keeps all the bare essentials, all the basic functions that you would need from a smartwatch, put it into a more compact package, and it's called the Active. Okay, so let's unbox this thing. So let's remove the seal. Wait, so before we remove the seal, let's give you an overview of the box. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So Galaxy Watch Active, right there at the back. Okay. It's a little bit airtight. It's quite good. Okay, so what you will see here inside is not much. So I'm guessing these are the documentation. Okay, yes, so it is a documentation. So let's pull that outside. Let's see what we got. Maybe we have some stickers. Okay, so you have your warranty card, so better keep that, it's important. And then there's your quick start guide. Okay, so let's see what's here. Let's see what's inside this box first. Okay, so inside this box is a charger. Okay, so this is a charger. It's a mini wireless pad, but I know you can charge this on any wireless pad. You can even charge it on top of your Huawei or Huawei Mate 20 and P30 or your Galaxy S10 and above because they feature reverse wireless charging. And what do we have here? Okay, this is an extra strap. Okay, so this is one of the extra straps you get in, but does it mean here's the other strap? So what's the difference? Okay, so the extra strap is longer, presumably for those with bigger wrists. So the one that's instantly inside, is this one. So we got the black one. Okay, it's got this nice rubbery feeling. It's actually really quite small. See, if you compare it side by side, it's actually really small. It looks like it was really built for females. I'm not saying that women have smaller wrists or they need smaller watches, but I'm saying that it's gonna look really awkward if you have really big wrists and such a small watch. But then this one is aimed for people who are on the go and who are running, doing a lot of workouts, etc., and don't want something heavy on their wrists. Okay, so but you know it's 46 mm versus 40 mm, and I can really tell the difference between the weight and the size. Okay, so at the back you have very similar sensors. Okay, so as far as I know, the strap is actually your standard 20 mm. So you can just replace this with any 20 mm strap in the market. So all you really have to do is you just flick this button over here and then have it. And then to put it back in, you just have to flick the same switch so that the pin goes down and in you go. Voila. Okay, so before we start that up, let's set this aside. Let's talk about the spec of the Galaxy Watch. Okay, so it has Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS. It runs on, it needs an Android 5, Android 5.0 OS or higher, and one with 1.5 GB and above. Okay, not much else is written here, but this one runs on Samsung's Tizen OS. And what's different about this is actually that you don't have the rotating bezel. Okay. So this one is pretty much synonymous to Galaxy Watches because that's how you navigate through. So this one you'd need to rely heavily on touches and swipes. I mean, you could do the same functionality here, but the rotating bezel is actually a signature for Samsung Galaxy Active watches. Another thing that's different here is that there's actually a mic but no speaker, meaning you don't get to hear notifications, etc., or have Bixby talk to you from here. I get the occasional what can I do for you or whatever from Bixby on my Galaxy Watch. It's pretty annoying sometimes, but it's pretty nifty. Another thing is that you can answer calls and you can actually hear it from here. So when you're driving, your speakerphone is actually on your watch. Okay, now let's try, before we turn it on, let's try it on my wrist so that I can give you a proper view of how it looks like right beside each other. Okay, so putting on my wrist now. Alright, so this is the side view. You can definitely see that it's much thinner. This is it from above. So you can immediately notice there's a sizable difference. Okay, it's much more protruding also. So it's much taller. It's much taller, you can see. So this one's definitely thinner and lighter. So yeah, it feels like I just have a band or something on me. It's actually really light. So the drawback with this design is that actually battery life is not that great. I mean, it lasts 2 days, but I'm not someone who likes to charge a lot. I mean, I love my Galaxy Note 9 because it lasts me a day and I don't need to charge it until I wake up the next morning or I get to the office the next day and just leave it charging on my desk on my power mat. But with something like this, I think it's really meant for those who are working out and who really wants something that isn't, that doesn't get in the way. So let's power the device on and I'll walk you through inside. So turn on. Okay, so it turned on. Okay, so you can watch it. It's not zoomed in. So it's taking a while to activate. Okay, so there's the Samsung logo. So there should be some factory charge inside. Okay, so this is one of the watch faces that you're gonna get with Samsung. So it should be pretty similar. I know if you touch hold, you get the different watch faces. So we'll go with customize. Okay, so now we're able to check the different watch faces available. Okay, so there's your digital kind of watch. There's your Solari board. Okay, and then wow, this is a pretty nice one. Okay, so breathe. So you can see the sensor working. So it was working just now. I don't know what happened. So it turns green to detect. So one of the features of this watch is that it has 4 levels of tracking of sleep. So it has your REM, it has your how long you've been asleep, how deep is your sleep. It really tracks all that. It also has that stress level feature. So let's see if we can navigate through the stress feature. So it should be able to detect my stress levels. Okay, and then there's this button. So you can go for the running. Okay, so it's not zooming in. Okay, so running, exercising, swimming. So you basically just have to tap one of those before you do the activity so that it can accurately track. But one of the things that I love about Galaxy Watches is that once you start walking and when you stop walking, it automatically detects already. So here's the stress level. So of course it's not detecting anything because it's not on my wrist, but let's see what it detects. Okay, so I shouldn't be stressed right now. So stress level. So stress level is actually, so it's trying to detect my stress level as we speak, but I don't think it's detecting any. But if it's a way up, you can just do the breathing exercises, and then it's gonna tell you to inhale. So. Okay, so you have to do that 6 times. This is just the first one. Alright, so I'm just gonna stop it now. And then it appears you're still tense. Try again. So it's telling me that I'm tense. Okay, so I don't know why it's saying that I'm tense. I'm not tense at all. So as you can see, really small. It's really functional. It's something that I'd like to bring with me when I travel, but of course for a daily work or something, I'd still prefer this one. I wouldn't be interchanging watches, but you know what? When I started doing smartwatches about 2 or 3 years ago, I've found myself not going back to traditional analog watches. So it's just really good. Okay, so it gives you advice also. So doing 5 minutes of breathing exercises every day can help relieve stress. Okay, let's check out the other functions. Alright, so it shows you how many calories you burned. Okay, so that's quite good. So it has this, when it's on, you just tap it so that it goes off. You can double tap for it to wake up. So, wake up, tap to off. Okay, so there's a lot of gestures that you can do with a Galaxy Watch Active. Do stay tuned for a written review of this one so that we can give you a better overview of the watch and how it fares, because we were just able to get this. So this one retails for about $11,990 in Samsung store. So right now there's only the black one and the rose gold available. So here. Okay, so you can see the picture. Check out our blog at cantotech.ph so that you can check out a written review. We'd like to have it up by next week so you can make your decision. We'll compare it with our experience with the Galaxy Watch, the Huawei GT, but no longer the Moto 360. So if you think about design, it's much similar, but this one is much more powerful than this one. So in terms of display, I don't think you're gonna see the difference in a 300 by 300 pixel or a 360 by 360. So I'm pretty sure this one's 300 by 300. So this one's the pressure vent. There's an atmospheric pressure over here. There's a microphone over here as well. This is your back key on top. This is your home key or the on and off button. Okay, so charging the battery, you just basically place it here or your band. So that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else that we have here. So pretty much it's 1 year warranty, local warranty. So if anything happens to it, you have 1 year. Okay, so I don't think people replace your smartwatches often, and most people like to to keep it in the same ecosystem. But one thing that's good about Android smartwatches is that they're actually compatible with iOS watches as well. But the iOS Apple Watch is actually not compatible with Android devices. So yeah. So before we leave, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who watched today, and please subscribe or leave a like button or any comments for us to improve this channel. And we'll give you an overview now of the watch. So cue in the B-rolls. Thank you. Bye bye.